Hi everyone, I'm Chris Sara. I'm the Director General of the Department of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Partnerships. Delighted to join you in this forum to talk about the Local Thriving Communities agenda and particularly how it might apply beyond our remote and discrete communities. When we think of how it would apply in remote and discrete communities, it's pretty easy to get our heads around. Our intention is to identify and invest in local community leadership, those people who have family and cultural sort of authority in their communities, and us investing in them to work alongside ministerial and government champions and work alongside their local councils and their entire communities and families to discuss and progress a thriving communities agenda. So in a rural or regional or metropolitan context, the same philosophies can apply. It's about identifying and embracing and investing in local community leadership and authority. So if we're thinking about places like Cunnamulla or Goondiwindi or Mount Isa or Ipswich or Bundaberg, my hometown, or Logan, there is a point at which we apply the same philosophies, but we understand that when it's applied locally, it will look different. And do you know what? As the leader in this department and as a senior figure in government, I'm okay with that, about it looking different in different communities, because that's inevitable. That's just how it has to be. So what I urge you is to consider ways to understand the philosophical kind of underpinning of the Local Thriving Communities agenda. That is, identifying, investing in local community leadership and authority, and finding ways to get authority for decision making to sit closer to communities. And let's just accept that in different places it's going to look different. And I think that if we can approach it in this way, then we'll find community more receptive. This is what I mean when I talk about us as government doing things with people, doing things with community, rather than doing things to them. So to recap, the Local Thriving Communities agenda can apply in remote and discrete communities, and it can apply as easily in rural and regional and metropolitan centres. If we understand the underpinning kind of philosophy, the thing that anchors this, and it's a commitment to identify, invest in local community leadership and family authority, and find ways for us as government to let decisions sit closer to them, so that anybody who delivers services in those communities, whether it's in Cunnamulla, Mount Isa, Bundaberg, Logan, Ipswich, Hervey Bay, wherever, that we find ways for service delivery and the people that we invest in as government, for those service deliverers to be more accountable to the people who are affected by the services that they provide. Our hypothesis is that if we can let authority for decision making sit closer to community and let a sense of accountability sit closer to community, then as government we're likely to get better outcomes that are more aligned with what community desires. And if we think of this in the context of the advancing Queensland priorities, what we're talking about here is more responsive government. Thank you.